The other day, as I was mindlessly scrolling through random videos, I stumbled upon a familiar, nostalgic face. As the drums echoed, it felt as if I had been taken back to my early childhood, receiving once again the inevitable reminder that some things are just too good to be true. The Rickroll. In that moment, I bopped my head for a full minute before clicking off and going to the next video. Yet, it took me a few minutes to realize that I was misled by the video title and given a consolation gift in the form of the Rickroll. Now, in this instance, the Rickroll was a pleasant blast from the past, which probably brought me more joy than had I actually seen the video title I was promised. But I remembered how I used to feel getting Rickrolled as a young 7-year-old in the family desktop in the office room. Deceived, hoodwinked, bamboozled. I began to think about this phenomenon in relation to a slot machine, where you crank a lever countless times, reaching a flow state of doing the same thing over and over until you get, hopefully, a small payout, maybe 50 cents. You're elated, distracted for the second, before you go back to your trance of lever pulling. Only after exiting this flow, however, do you remember that each bet was $1, and you have lost so much money from the session in total. Even that 50-cent win wasn't even really a win, as you just lost less than usual, but you still associated it with some sense of pleasure, as if you had actually won something. That same thing in some form was happening when I got Rickrolled. I was cranking the same lever, mindlessly going from video to video, before I came across the beautiful "Never Gonna Give You Up." I smiled momentarily before going back to pulling the lever, clicking on the next video. Only after it was said and done did I realize that I lost, or actually got very little from that experience. This phenomena is known by gambling experts as losses disguised as wins, where the reward mechanism gives you some amount of value more than a total loss, but less than a real win. I can link some studies below if you're interested, but there's essentially been a sweet spot found where these types of outcomes are perceived positively by your brain, creating a similar response as if you had actually won something of real value. I began to think about how our relationship with social media has slowly started to mimic a slot machine. The author Michael Esther writes about this idea of a 3-part scarcity loop, which gambling and social media companies alike leverage to keep users hooked on their products. The 3 parts consist of opportunity, unpredictable rewards, and quick repeatability. Opportunity is simple: to create something enticing enough for you as a consumer to enter the loop. In the instance of social media, it's a desire for social connection, real-time news, or simple entertainment. In a slot machine, the value proposition is simple: the thrill of winning money. The second part of the loop are unpredictable rewards. In a slot machine, each spin is a random outcome, wherein you can either win a lot of money or lose your money. In social media, that can take the form of likes, comments, notifications, or new enticing posts. The last part of the loop is quick repeatability. This is perhaps the most crucial part of the loop, wherein we have the ability to repeat the search for these rewards in quick succession for a low cost. Many activities we find pleasure in possess the first 2 components of the scarcity loop: opportunity and unpredictable rewards. Take exercise or playing sports, for example. However, these events are tough to repeat in quick succession, because after a point, our brains are forced to calm down and take some space due to the physical recovery time we need, leveling us out a bit before jumping into the next reward pursuit. In the slot machine or social media example, it costs us nearly nothing to pull a lever again, refreshing our feeds to see a new endless stream of content, or watching slot reels fly by for mere pennies. Before our brain is able to calm down and process the outcome of the previous loop, we're already on to the next one. In the short term, it can seem as if it costs near nothing to keep pulling the lever, but these dangerous cycles can snowball into countless hours or dollars wasted on unfulfilled pursuits. Next time you receive an unexpected payoff, just take a step back for a second and be cautious on whether or not it was really unexpected and if it was really a payoff in the long run, because there's a good chance that it was calculated and it's really just a loss disguised as a win. Oh, and also,